Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Reality Bites TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. So I'm going to talk about episode 6 of Mnakwethu Happily Ever After. Mnakwethu Happily Ever After is a spin-off show from Mnakwethu, which is a spin-off show from Uthando Nesithembu. So yes, you guys. Now, in episode 6, I started feeling like I think I'm getting tired of these boys that are part of this show, and they are coming in to say that they want to take second, third, and fourth wives. Lapo, they haven't even finished paying lobola for the first wife. Can we just see somebody pay lobola? Can they display that for us on that show? Somebody pays lobola, zonke inkomo that they are supposed to pay. Kwenziwa imembezo, kushada, all of that, the normal stuff that is expected from somebody who wants to marry somebody. Okay, can we see that for once? Okay, so I'm just like I'm over it. Okay. And also, they have chosen the most immature men that you could have, chosen from the show Mnakwethu, because they're supposed to come from the show Mnakwethu. There were other stories that I feel like they could have been more interesting than what we are seeing here. So, I don't know, you guys. Ubiela, which I've been calling him Untshangase, is Untshangase and Biela the same clan or something? Because I thought at some point they were calling him Untshangase, but now he's Biela. Usandiso, you guys, is very immature, very, very immature. When we talk about a toddler, there is a toddler. Now, not only is he having his wife, which is so Mnakwethu, the one that was being asked, about taking the second wife, now there's a third woman. They just keep adding, okay? Now, you guys, let's talk about what happened with Dulas. So Dulas has Mhlongo no Mashozi. Remember, Mhlongo was the second one in the relationship. Kwakhona, who was the one that passed away? And Mhlongo originally was the one that was being introduced as number 2. The first wife left, then it was Mhlongo, but then Mhlongo left the relationship, then it was Mashozi. That's how Mashozi became the first wife ka Dulas. Now Mhlongo is back as number 2, and then now Dulas wants to take this Mashozi girl. Now, you guys, let me say this. Mashozi looks like she is just there for the show, because the story is they have been dating with Dulas for a long time, but he has never introduced her to the other girlfriends who are called wives. He has never introduced her. And if it was so important for her to be introduced to Mhlongo no Mashozi, why wasn't she pushing for it when the cameras were not around? So I feel like she is pushing for this introduction because she really wants to be on camera. She really wants to be on TV. That's all that I see when I see Mashozi. I don't feel like she really wants to be part of the family Dulas. I feel like she wants to do the show. That's why she is pushing so much to be introduced, because obviously if you're going to be introduced to Mhlongo no Mashozi, you'll get to shoot more shows. That's why she doesn't mind to sit there. I tell you, mind the way that they did it, because that's basically why she's there. She's there for the show. So you guys, listen, the way that they are so insensitive about what Mhlongo is going through, especially with miscarriage, is what makes me feel like, was there really a miscarriage? Because if there was, it's very insensitive, the things that are happening, even though everybody knows she has just gone through that. I actually feel like Mashozi is the one that cares about Mhlongo, because with everything that they are saying, she keeps going back to that. This is not the right time to be introducing somebody. You know what Mhlongo is going through, I feel like if Mhlongo watches the show, she should be able to see what Mashozi actually cares about her. I think she does. I think besides the fact that they are both girlfriends, Dulas, but I think that Mashozi cares about Mhlongo, cares about her well-being. I think she's very much worried about her having lost her baby. and also being part of the show. So Mashozi pushes to Judas who Dulas must introduce her, and then he calls Mamhlongo to say Mashozi wants to meet you, and then they organize it, and then they go to the house. Listen, guys, I don't know. They say go to Base hostel. I realize that all of them are in Joburg, so they're not back at home. Like Dulas, remember the house we saw the home we saw last season. Dulas, they're not there, but somewhere a hostel, but in Johannesburg. And I also was looking at that house that they live in. I was like, oh, I'm a hostel as a Johannesburg. Yeah. You know, they really look nice, especially inside. So I was like, oh, that's a nice hostel, you know, because I was thinking that the reason it looks so nice is because maybe Dulas has been using the money to improve into Ekaya and bought furniture and that, but it looks like it's not back at home. It's somewhere in Joburg, and they're talking about being at the hostel, you know. And when they were outside, it looks like just a forum house. So I guess somebody from that area can explain to us what kind of how is the hostel looking like there. Because now when I think about the hostel, you know, the setting is like I'm a flat, but my flats, yeah, is that kind of a situation. So that one looks very nice for it to be a hostel. So they got there, and Mashozi was not even told ukuthi Mashozi no Mamhlongo are coming, but they end up coming because Dulas wants to introduce Mashozi to Mamhlongo. But they are introducing, he is introducing them where Mashozi lives. I would have lost my mind. So then conversation doesn't go well because Dulas did what he always does, which is walk away from a conversation that he is supposed to be part of, you know, walks away, he leaves them to talk. It doesn't go very well between Mashozi and Mashozi. Guys, those who are watching the show, tell me if I'm wrong, but I do feel like Mashozi is very protective of Mamhlongo. And that favor is not returned. You know, that loyalty is not returned because Mamhlongo just thinks Mashozi is such a joke. I think that the anger Mashozi was more about the fact that why are you introducing another girl to Mamhlongo when you know what we are going through? And she refers to it as, you know, what we are going through as a family because they lost a baby. So she ends up throwing amanzi to Mashozi. And yeah, kwavele kwashuba. And Mamhlongo was sitting there just laughing. There are times when I feel like Mamhlongo is over Dulas, but then again, I don't understand why she's still there. Why is she still part of the mess if really honestly she's over Dulas? But at times it feels like she's over it. Then you guys, we get Samantha. Samantha, they said that Samantha had called production and told them that she's not doing well emotionally and needs some assistance. I'm just eating my breakfast, you guys. So then Samantha, I guess they organized a therapist for her because she says she was feeling like she was feeling overwhelmed, like she was feeling like everything is too much. And well, what they wrote on the screen is just that she called them to say she's feeling overwhelmed, and so they organize a therapist. She goes and sees a therapist. I think she's dealing a lot with losing her mom. I don't think that she lost her mom now because I think ever since she started doing the show, her mom was not around. But I think that she's going through whatever she's going through right now, she's feeling like it would be so much better if her mom was around. So a big part of her feeling under the weather is because she is missing her mom. She feels like so many things that she's going through right now, it would be better if her mom was around. So that is what I picked up. But also she says that she feels like Ukonanisa coming back to her life is also stressing her, you know. And I get that because remember, she had lived for some time without Kondanisa. And it was clear they've broken up. He wasn't seeing her child, he wasn't seeing her. Now he's coming back because now they're shooting the show. And I feel like maybe the reason that they agreed to do the show is because obviously they need the money, you know. But obviously, her life was better without Kondanisa in it because Kondanisa was not there for some time. But now she doesn't have a choice because they have to be shooting these scenes together, and they basically have to pretend as if there is a possibility of them getting back together. So she's feeling overwhelmed. I did like the therapy session, you guys. I like the therapy session one for her, Samantha, that if she's really feeling like that, then it's good for her that the show was able to get a therapist for her. That's one. Two, I felt like it's also just a lesson for the viewers that when you're going through something, it's not bad to actually say, guys, I'm not doing well, I need some assistance. Going and seeing somebody that can help you through that is not a bad thing. So it was quite a good scene for them to have on the show called Mnakwethu. That I think that was one of the best scenes they've ever had on the show. One of the scenes that we need on the show. Those are the kinds of things that we want to see on the show. It's overwhelming to be a mom, especially when a father is not there and not helping you much. Yes, they said that ODS is helping financially, but it's raising a baby is more than just money. She talked about how sometimes she feels like she needs a break from her child. That's the thing, you guys. When you're a mother, the thing is you feel exhausted and tired and overwhelmed and all of that. And normally when someone is feeling like that, you want a break, ne? But when you're a mother, you feel guilty about the fact that you feel like you need a break when you need it. Even when you end up taking a break from the kids or whatever, but you feel guilty about it, even though you know that you need it, but you will be feeling guilty about it. So she says that she's feeling like she just needs a break. Obviously, it would be different if she had a father, like her child had a good father that was there, like physically there, that can maybe take over the load, maybe for a day, and she can relax, get some sleep or whatever. But obviously, her baby daddy is Kondanisa, okay? So she did talk about that. I really, really did like the therapy. I've seen, you guys, I loved it. I feel like these are the kinds of things that we should be seeing on these shows. Then Ubiyela calls Ubiyela being Sunday so being who I thought was Changa say I still need to get clarity there. Calls Umamchunu, okay, and he calls Umamchunu because he needs assistance with Stembu Saki. I'm still trying to figure out how Umamchunu has become like a guru of his Tembu, when she is also over there struggling to figure things out with Ukondanisa. I'm still very much confused about that scene from last episode where they went and they saw Skim Sam Nomubani, the guy, the podcaster, the guy that was presenting that show on Mojalav. Yeah, Uskim, So I'm like, that scene is still confusing. Is he a counselor or something? Because I was not even understanding their conversation in that scene. But now I feel like Umamchunu, is she really in a position where she can advise anybody? Because I just, like, she's in a mess herself with Ukondanisa. 1 minute she's out of a relationship, the next she's still in a relationship. But now she's being used as the guru of his temple. I just don't get it, you guys. But again, nonetheless, Susandiso did call her and asked her what what, she is having some challenges with his first wife because he's trying to take the second wife and then the third wife, I guess, because he has another girl. Now, he was asking Umamchunu to tell him kulumela with his wife and see what can she agree to have a sit down with the baby mama who is supposed to be the second wife. Mamchunu arranges that they do get to sit down and I guess talk. Listen, you guys, I don't know. I feel like it's unreasonable to expect a woman, number one, that just found out what their husband or fiance is cheating on them. On top of that, they have a baby with this person. On top of that, the lobola has been paid for this person and they were never told. But I expect that person to be friends with that person, okay? The way that Mamchunu is explaining it is that, look, when Samantha was introduced to me, I didn't like her. But what I didn't realize is that she was going to become my friend. And that is what has happened with Mamkuno Samantha. If anything good has come out of them dating Ukondanisa, is that they have become really good friends. They are able to sit and talk to each other and help each other. Okay. But I don't think that can be expected to be the case with everybody that is in his team. So that's what she was trying to do, I guess, with Biela's wives. But they did meet, at least they didn't fight. But obviously the wife is like, I'm not, looking to be friends with nobody, okay? But the meetings seemed to be going okay because all of them, they kept in their seats, nobody fought. Nobody fought, nobody threw a drink at nobody, okay? Even though I don't understand the role, but I guess maybe eventually I will understand why they keep calling her in, sort of a counselor, mediator. You understand? I just didn't understand it. Then you guys, what other scene did we see? Remember, last week, Kondanisa did meet with Diaz. That's the episode that I didn't review. Kondanisa met with Diaz because Diaz does want to apologize to Kondanisa's family for getting Samantha pregnant because they're saying Kondanisa had already paid Lobola for Samantha. So I did like the fact that they were also able to have like a mature meeting between the two of them and say, it's okay, fine. I don't like what you did, but I guess if you want to come and apologize to my family, you can do that. Now, I don't know how that apology is going to be carried out, okay? Does that mean that Bazomen's okay? I don't know, but the agreement was that he needs to apologize to the family. I did like seeing that matured meeting between the two of them. Also, Samantha does meet with Mamkuno in this episode. And when they meet, you guys, they talk about the fact that Kondanisa had gone to see Samantha, but Agapetelo to guys, how does this man like Kondanisa Agapetelo? Then got Mamkuno, we've seen him go a number of times. Agapetelo. Not even a loaf of bread, not even juice and Jena. What kind of men are these guys? What kind of men are these? It's even worse because Samantha has a baby. Yes, it's not your baby, but she has a baby. You are coming to see her. Nothing. Like, I can understand the stresses that Samantha has. And that's what Mamkuno asked when Samantha said, okay, so Kondanisa came to see me. She was like, so what did he have? What did he have for you? And she's like, nothing. How do you go and visit a woman and you bring nothing? Anyway, you guys, listen, like I said, I don't know. I feel like they could do so much with this show in terms of like a content that is educational instead of making it a show about nonsense, because the show is about nonsense. It's about a very immature man trying to get on his table. But I feel like they could structure it more where, like since with therapists, we need to see more of that way. And also just for them to be at a place where they understand what does being a man mean, like being a man means, it means that you can provide, it means you protect, it means that you are there, There is Samantha there raising a baby by herself, but the show is focused on Kondanisa getting her back, but not getting the baby. But nobody's talking about how he doesn't even know that when you go to Samantha, when you go to your fiance's place, you're supposed to go just and buy a little bit of grocery and take it with you. But yes, you guys, but the show is still frustrating to watch. But I'm still watching because I just want to see this train wreck. I don't want people to say, yo, Nibonil accident, and I didn't see it. I want to see it happen. Yes, you guys, but that's all that that happened in this episode, episode 6. Okay, I guess next week we are going to be seeing the Biela family speaking to Biela's wife about her not having a child. I feel like the best thing for her that has happened for her is for her not to have a child with Biela, because at least now she has a chance to walk away from that nonsense. But I can bet you that she's going to be getting negative feedback for not having a child with Biela, even though everybody knows Biela is an immature person that should not, has no business being married and has no business having children. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you thought about episode 6 of Mnakwethu Happily Ever After. Don't forget to like the video before Pumagona and share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Tanda.